Hey, baseball fans. Welcome back to Tits and Streams, your go-to channel for daily baseball predictions. I'm Koken, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on today's top matchups. Before we dive into today's picks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest predictions. If you enjoy our content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love baseball and sports betting. Our channel relies entirely on your support. We don't have any sponsors, so every like, share, and comment helps us keep going. If you'd like to support us even more, consider donating by pressing the thanks button under this video. We love hearing from you. Drop a comment below. Your feedback makes our channel better. All right, let's get into today's predictions. Today we have predictions for 4 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Seattle Mariners and Houston Astros. In Houston, the Astros are gearing up to take on the Seattle Mariners in a crucial showdown. The Mariners, sitting at 81-77 on the season, have been heating up lately, putting 14 runs on the board over their last 3 outings. They've managed to score 4 or more runs in 7 of their previous 11 games, winning 6 of those matchups when they hit that mark. With the postseason still within reach, Seattle will be looking to ride this offensive momentum. On the flip side, the Astros enter this game with an 86-72 record and are looking to maintain their momentum after a solid series. Houston's bats have been active as well, scoring 13 runs over their last 3 games and hitting 4 or more runs in 6 of their previous 10. They've won 5 of their last 6 games when they've reached that 4-run plateau, putting pressure on Seattle to close the gap in the division race. The pitching matchup is where things get really interesting. Seattle is sending George Kirby to the mound, a right-hander who's had a standout season with a 13-11 record, a 3.60 ERA, and 173 strikeouts. He's been rock solid in his recent outings, allowing only 19 hits and 9 runs across his last 24 innings of work. On the road, Kirby's posted a 4.03 ERA over 102.2 innings, holding opposing batters to a 2.56 average. To top it off, he's been dominant against the Astros, with a 1.56 ERA and 31 strikeouts in previous meetings. For Houston, it's Yusei Kikuchi who will get the start. Since joining the Astros at the trade deadline, Kikuchi has been lights out. He's posted a 9.9 record with a 4.19 ERA and 198 strikeouts this season. But his recent form has been particularly sharp. 15 hits and 8 runs allowed over his last 19 innings. The Astros are undefeated in Kikuchi's starts, boasting a 9-0 record when he's on the mound, including a personal 5-0 mark. If Kikuchi stays hot, Houston is in prime position to keep rolling. Seattle's offense has been locked in, hitting .276 against righties and an even better .309 against lefties over their last 10 games. Their bullpen has been sharp too, posting a 2.48 ERA. But time is running out for them to catch the Astros, and they'll need everything to go right to keep their playoff dreams alive. Houston, meanwhile, has struggled a bit against right-handers, hitting just .210 over their last 10 games. They've been better against lefties with a 3.84 average, but their bullpen has been shaky, putting up a 7.18 ERA during the same stretch. Despite that, Kikuchi's form and the Astros' experience give them the edge here. Both Kirby and Kikuchi are in strong form, with Kirby carrying a 3.60 ERA on the year, and Kikuchi with a 3.79 ERA over his last 3 starts. While the Mariners have plenty to play for, it's tough to bet against the Astros when Kikuchi is on the mound. Houston hasn't lost with him starting, and I don't see that changing here. I'm expecting a low-scoring game, with both pitchers capable of shutting down their opponents' lineups. The total runs should stay under 7. Despite the Mariners' solid numbers, I believe the Astros will come out on top once again.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Cincinnati Reds and Cleveland Guardians. As we head into the final week of the MLB regular season, all eyes are on the Ohio rivalry as the Cleveland Guardians take on the Cincinnati Reds. For Cleveland, this is more than just a regional clash, it's a critical tune-up before the playoffs. The Guardians are just 1.5 games behind the New York Yankees for the top spot in the American League, and locking up that number 1 seed could be huge. It would allow them to dodge a potential clash with the Houston Astros, arguably the toughest team in the AL this season. On the other hand, the Reds are simply looking to close out a tough season and regroup for next year. Their offense fell flat on Tuesday, mustering only 1 run and falling into a 3-0 hole by the end of the first inning. Carson Spears struggled on the mound, giving up 5 hits and 3 runs over 4 innings. The Reds, averaging 4.39 runs per game while allowing 4.34, have been plagued by injuries, particularly in their pitching staff. While these Ohio showdowns often have the feel of a heated college rivalry, the Guardians have clearly dominated, winning 23 of the last 32 matchups. Cleveland has been a powerhouse all season, cruising to a division title in one of the toughest divisions in baseball. For bettors, Cleveland has been a golden ticket, delivering almost 15 units of profit. Even though the Reds have had a rough year, they've still provided some underdog value, especially since they're only 5 games under 500 and 1.5 units down overall. But betting strategies differ, and not everyone rides with the same team consistently. Tonight's pitching matchup looks to favor Cleveland. Joey Cantillo will take the hill for the Guardians, sporting a 4.63 ERA on the season. However, he's been in incredible form recently, posting a 1.10 ERA over his last 3 starts. Cantillo is another example of Cleveland's knack for developing talent seemingly out of nowhere. The Reds will counter with Julian Aguilar, who's struggled all year, carrying a 6.25 ERA. His recent outings haven't been much better, with a 6.00 ERA over his last 3 starts. Cincinnati has hit right-handed pitching decently, but Cantillo is a lefty, and the Reds are batting just 213 against southpaws over the last 10 games. On the flip side, Cleveland has been tearing it up against left-handers, hitting .321 compared to .209 against righties. One of the Guardians' biggest strengths is their bullpen. With a season-long ERA of 2.61 and a microscopic 0.89 over the last 10 games, Cleveland's relief pitchers have been practically unhittable. Emmanuel Clase, one of the best closers in the game, anchors this dominant group. Cleveland's combination of solid pitching, a dominant bullpen, and a well-rounded offense gives them a significant edge. I believe the Guardians will once again assert their dominance in this Ohio rivalry and come away with another win. The third prediction for today is for a game between the New York Mets and Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves are gearing up to take on the New York Mets in a game that holds massive implications for both teams' postseason dreams. With each side battling for the final wildcard slot in the National League, every pitch and at-bat is critical in this do-or-die scenario. The Mets, standing at 87-70, have shown flashes of solid play, winning 2 of their last 3 games. But after dropping the first game of this series with just 1 run on the board, the pressure is mounting. Earlier, New York had a strong showing against division rivals, taking 3 of 4 from the Phillies and sweeping the Nationals. However, inconsistency remains a concern, especially after losing 2 of 3 in their most recent matchup with the Phillies. Still, the Mets are 8-4 in their last 12 contests and hold second place in the NL East. On the flip side, the Braves, sitting at 86-71, are catching fire at the right time. With 3 straight wins, including a commanding 5-1 victory over the Mets in the series opener, Atlanta is building momentum. Before this series, they took 2 of 3 against both the Marlins and Reds and managed to split a 4-game series with the Dodgers. Atlanta's recent surge with a 5-1 record in their last 6 games has kept them in the thick of the playoff chase, currently 3rd in the NL East. Chris Sale will get the ball for the Braves, and he's been nothing short of sensational. Sale has put up an 18-3 record with a 2.38 ERA and a 1.01 WHIP over 177.2 innings of work this season. In his last 5 starts, Sale has allowed just 4 earned runs total and has held opponents to 2 or fewer in each of those outings. His dominance has been a cornerstone for the Braves' postseason push. The Mets will send David Peterson to the hill, who's been solid overall with a 9-3 record, a 3.08 ERA, and a 1.33 WHIP over 114 innings. However, Peterson has struggled recently, surrendering 4 earned runs in 2 of his last 3 starts. The Mets have lost each of his last 3 outings, making this a high-pressure situation for the young lefty. This is a high-stakes contest, with both teams' seasons hanging in the balance and the Diamondbacks still lurking in the wild-card race. Atlanta has weathered a storm of injuries, including losing key players like Ronald Acuna Jr. and Spencer Strider, but they've kept themselves in contention, thanks largely to their resilience and Sale's dominance. With Sale on the mound, Atlanta has been virtually unbeatable. The Braves are 12-2 in his last 14 home starts and 21-5 in his last 26 overall. His reliability and ability to deliver in the clutch make him a key factor in this must-win game. Both teams have had their bullpen struggles, each posting an ERA north of 5 over the past 10 games, so the performance of the starters will be critical. The Braves have been feasting on left-handed pitching, hitting .419 over their last 10 games, while the Mets have been solid at .268 during the same stretch. In the end, it comes down to who can step up when it matters most. Peterson has had some bright spots this season, but Chris Sale has been a force in the National League. With the Braves riding the momentum and Sale's consistency, I believe Atlanta has the edge here. I'm backing the Braves to take this crucial game and stay in the playoff hunt. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the San Diego Padres and Los Angeles Dodgers. In a critical showdown between the San Diego Padres and the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Padres pulled off a heart-stopping triple play to secure a vital victory on Tuesday. Jake Cronenworth played a huge role in the win, smashing a home run and driving in 3 runs. The Padres' offense has been clicking, averaging 4.74 runs per game, which puts them in the top 10 of the league. Their pitching staff, allowing just 4.12 runs per contest, ranks 11th in MLB. With a solid run differential of 0.62, they're holding their own as the 6th best team overall. On the mound for the Padres is Dylan Cease, who's been a rock for them this season. With a 14-11 record and an impressive 3.42 ERA, he's coming off a dominating performance against the Houston Astros, where he pitched 8.1 innings of shutout ball, giving up only 2 hits. The Padres will be counting on Cease to keep that momentum going as they chase the NL West title. The Dodgers, meanwhile, are looking to bounce back after a tough loss, where they managed only 2 runs and suffered a 2-run defeat. Their offense is no joke, averaging 5.14 runs per game, ranked 2nd in the league. However, their pitching has been shaky, allowing 4.29 runs per game, and they currently sit 15th in that department. Despite this, they boast a run differential of 0.853, comfortably placing them 2nd overall in MLB. Jack Flaherty will be getting the start for the Dodgers. He's put together a solid season with a 13-7 record and a 3.10 ERA, but in his last outing against the Marlins, he was a bit shaky, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits across 6 innings. While Flaherty's been dependable, he hasn't quite matched Cease's recent form. The Padres, still eyeing the NL West crown, believe they can push for postseason glory. Personally, I've got a hunch this team can make a deep run. I've even got a futures bet on them to win the World Series. It's too soon to say for sure, but they're in the conversation, and that's enough to keep me excited. As for the pitching duel, Cease has been lights out lately, posting a 1.77 ERA in his last 3 starts, while Flaherty has been solid but not spectacular with a 3.86 ERA over the same stretch. The Padres have also been feasting on right-handed pitching, hitting .282 in their last 10 games, compared to the Dodgers' .264. The Padres' bullpen has been a huge factor as well, sporting a sharp 2.32 ERA over the last 10 games, while the Dodgers' bullpen has been struggling with a 4.53 ERA. Even though the Dodgers lineup is stacked with stars like Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, I believe the Padres have a more well-rounded lineup. And with Cease on the mound, I'm backing the Padres to take this one in a tight pitcher's duel.